Hello, the game has started. It's my opponent to go first. I have the cue. I'll just say hi to my opponent. Oh, it doesn't seem to want to register there. I've put it on the board there by mistake. Hi, good game. Okay, so opponent has opened with Vox. I was hoping to get rid of my cue, but it doesn't look like that's going to happen this turn unless there's a play through the O, which I can't see. Maybe just Hod, or maybe Hoyden. Set up my cue for a hotspot. Is that reckless, or is it? I suppose if I draw a AT, I've got cat there. Although my opponent might just come across the top and then I'm stuck with a Q. 27's a decent score. I'm going with this. Okay, I do draw an I again for chin at a minimum there. Opponent might play across the top. I can't quite take advantage of the ho hook, as I don't have a T. Cat would have been a nice play there, but perhaps I'll be able to take advantage of this hotspot. If opponent plays under Hoyd and across to the trip, it might leave that Q spot for me. We'll just have to wait and see what happens. I have whack from a W if opponent plays that. And that hasn't worked out so well for me. Good bingo there by opponent. Doesn't give me the two directions with a Q, but I do have Fang here. Fang, and then perhaps Q something, QUA on the next turn. I really do need to get rid of that Q at some stage, but Fang is such a big score that I'm willing to hang on to the Q for this turn. Fang for 47. Okay, now I'm swamped with eyes. Hasn't worked out as I'd hoped, but I'll just have to work my way through this, I guess. I don't have Cade because I don't have an A, and I really want to get rid of some of these eyes. QI here alone is just not going to be an option, leaving so many eyes. Surely there's got to be something I can do that gets rid of an eye. I mean, Iwi here feels terribly weak for 7 points. I mean, it's not a particularly Q-friendly board, although there is that spot there, but that's likely to be taken. Okay. I can't leave myself with 3 eyes. It's just not an option. Do I change? I mean, that's the other possibility. What's lay like? 15. Yeah, that's slightly better. But again, closing off my Q plays. I guess if I draw an A, I've got K'd. Yeah, I'll go with lay for 15. Don't draw an A. And it looks like I'm going to be hanging on to this Q for longer than I'd hoped. Perhaps a change would have been better there. Although 15 points is hard to pass up, even if the Q is worth minus 10 or so, still 5 points positive when you combine the rack leave with the score to get the equity rating. It's still in the positive, I'd say, yeah. Anyway, let's see what opponent does here. I have created a bingo lane off the ID, which is not ideal, but I had to rack balance in some fashion. So if opponent... I might actually change on this next turn unless my opponent provides a scoring spot for me, because the board is just really dry. I mean, digit stops one short. I can't get across to the double. I don't have a V for going in front of lay. Finally I have a QI spot, so that was fortuitous. QI for 26. And still a fair way from a bingo here. It just doesn't feel... Actually, dratting through an N, but that's highly unlikely to become available on such a tight board. Yeah, opponent keeps it tight. I don't have an N or an S for going after Chi, so that's not really a great lane for me there. Yeah, 40-point play, so I'm struggling to score, which is the main issue with these racks. Just thinking of a way to come down from the E or the LI. Grat sorts the rack out somewhat. Wow. Struggle street. I can't seem to get out of the street. Kiwi. Very weak again. Mediocre rack leave at best with a poor score, and creating a hotspot certainly not best. K, can I get my K? Kuya. Kuya, yeah, that would be the play for sure, if it remains available. Front hooks for Ager is good, I believe. Looking at other ways of getting rid of the K, but Kuya looks like it's going to be best there. I don't have an A for going in front of Rid, otherwise I would have had an AK word. If I can't play Kuya, I might actually have to change on this one, because I can't see a play worth I can't even, yeah. Tiki is good, but I mean, if this spot, obviously Kuya is going to be a better option. Slightly better because score's only 14 and Kuya is 24, 10 extra points, but duplicate eye. Including the 2 on my rack, that would be 8 eyes out of the bag, which means there's only 1 left, so it can't get too much worse regarding eye duplication and triplication. So I'm okay there, I think, with the eyes. I'll just work my way through them and keep scoring. Kuya for 24. Okay, so a little bit more balanced now. I have the IST suffix. I have the dis prefix, but the duplicate I and the F just making it a little bit hard to see a bingo here. Still waiting for a V. I think there's a 1V to come. Yeah, the V there could create a nice hotspot. Okay, that works quite well for me. Fid is... Can I get rid of another vowel? Fiddy. No. I'll go with Fid for 31. I can't imagine there'd be... unless... That's 31. But this looks quite interesting, even though it does retain duplicate I. It's 43 points. Yeah, I think I do go for this. The score's just too good to pass up. $31 compared to 43, an extra 12 points. It does give back some score there. But I do also need to create bingo lanes, and to be honest, that A is still on my rack for a potential play down there with the T, so I'm going with Fid in this instance. Okay, that looks pretty close to a bingo. Do I have one? And I do also have a W and E to consider. Again, I do have the dis prefix. Hasn't offered many solutions. Been looking at these prefixes and suffixes for a while. I have the IOUS, Dantius, Tandius, or just the OUS. So does a U help this rack? Sudation. Does it have sudation? Does sudation have an anagram? Astonied through an E. I have the... I don't think tannoids is good. No. think sudation might be the only bingo in that one. I have the anti-prefix, again that doesn't. I have the wind prefix, wind component of a word I should say. Doesn't seem to help. Okay, do I go for points here? I have dant. Dant. For 39, that looks alright. Vowel heavy again, so not ideal. What have I got? Or sail? No. Air radios, am I close to that? Not quite. The K, does it help this rack? Not that I can see. Arrow. Okay, opponent scores 48 there. That's a bit unfortunate. But he does burn an S, so that's alright. Just looking at ways, maybe just OWE here, because I am requiring a bingo. Sorts the rack out, but doesn't score much. Can I get more for OE? But I do like the fact that the bingo lane has been created, so I think I am going to go with this. Although, I wonder if OE... No, I'll leave this as a bingo lane for... so I've got at least two open. There's a third one there. Okay, O for 7. This is one of those 7-letter sets that does not make a bingo. I always remember it as Ernie's, and it just does. It's what we call a false friend. It looks like a friendly bingo, but it does not make anything. And FID only takes an S or an O, I think. So not a good position to be in here. I can't see a way of... I'm just going to play off an E. Okay, finally, Carney's, Saracen. Carney's plays here with the C doubled. Names. He's probably going to try block that because it's the most. Arsenic plays here. Doesn't get doubled. Arsenic. What are the other ones? Saracen. I was trying to see if I can get the C tripled and then the whole word doubled. There's probably a few. So he gets the bingo there. Okay. Arsenic looks alright, I think. Esoteric is an E, not an A. I'd need a E there for esoteric. Is there another bingo here? Compound word, maybe. Yeah, he scores 37 for jar, so it looks like this one might be dead and buried. Can't get my wide doubled in that spot. It's a small chance I might. Oh, it's not a bingo lane, but 25. I'll just go with this. Beaters finally get it, but that's not gonna happen. Beaters. I have brace here. Berates and beaters. And breast. Ah, not. What am I thinking of? Breast, like that. Yeah, 40. And I'll just go out with KA and AM. So, yeah, didn't really have a way, I think, of winning this one, but maybe I should have got rid of those eyes earlier, but I just felt like I had to keep scoring. Anyway, my opponent, I don't think he's got an outplay. Untie, maybe he can get down. And I'll play my A, I think. I don't think a tower is good. Pager, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. The spot's best for 10. Okay, so game's over, and 462 to my opponent, 398 to me. Congratulations to my opponent, and thank him for the game. And yeah, an interesting one. A little bit of a struggle through a fair bit of the first third, and my opponent seemed to get some good scores in with those two bingos and that parallel play. I had to go for Dant even though I knew it gave something back because it scored so well. But yeah, all in all, I thought I did okay. I don't have the analyzer function to look at what the optimal moves were for each rack, but yeah, a pretty good game all in all, and hope you enjoyed watching that one, and I'll see you next time.